What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with more content. Today we're going to cover the Supcase UB Pro for the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, Supcase makes other cases for other iPhones, such as the iPhone 15 you see here, and they have the UB Mag XT case that works really well for that phone. As always, clarity and authenticity are important for the content, which is why it's important to mention that Supcase did provide these cases and these display units that you see so that I could create these videos. But I will say that I am a fan of Supcase. I've used their cases on other devices like Samsung, and they work really well. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So unboxing of the UB Pro is going to be straightforward, which is why I'm not including it in this content. But if you're interested, this is the packaging. It features Unicorn Beetle Pro branding in the center, as well as Supcase branding at the top, and then advertisement for military drop protection at the bottom there. And as with all Supcase packaging, we have that geometric design around the whole package. So if we take a closer look at the UB Pro, you can see that we have this tactical design, looks really nice. And then we have a touch of faux carbon fiber design in the top right-hand corner, gives this case a high performance aspect. Now this case is also going to feature built-in risers. It looks like we have 5 of them, and that's going to protect the finish of the back of your case when you place it on a flat surface. Also, small details like that are very important. And if we take a closer look, you'll see we have a built-in kickstand, which also features UB Pro branding, and it pops out and moves smoothly and clicks into place. And this is going to provide viewing of both landscape and portrait. You can see that it holds really well too. And then when we unfold it, it also is going to click back into place. And if we take a look at the camera cutout, it's going to be nice and large for the camera module so that we have clear access to those high performance lenses. Now, personally, I like a cover, something that you're going to see similar to what's on the UB Mag XT to protect those high performance lenses. But the good thing about this case is, although it doesn't have a cover, that cutout is raised, so it should provide some protection for the lenses. Now, you may have noticed that the UB Pro is pre-installed into the holster. That's going to remove nice and easy. And we have some instructions that you can refer to for installation of your iPhone 15 Pro, but I will be completing the install in this tutorial to make things a bit easier. But flipping over, you can see that we have some protective film on the front of the case, and that's because we have a built-in display protector. Now, I'm a big fan of these cases with built-in display protectors because based on my experience, they're very easy to install as long as your phone is completely clean and all debris are removed. Now, a side note, we're going to be doing the install here, but make sure you leave this protective film on until the case is completely installed on the iPhone 15 Pro. But let's take a closer look at the holster. We're going to remove the instructions, and it's gonna look generally like any plastic holster. We're going to have some felt lining on the inside there. We're also going to have some Supcase branding, and this is a rigid material with very little flex. If we flip over to the back of the holster, we're going to have these diagonal lines that provide a bit of texture. And then we're going to have the belt clip, which is also going to feature Supcase branding. Now, I would have liked that this belt clip actually lock out to serve as a kickstand when you install the case in the phone. That way it can prop itself up. But this belt clip holster does rotate, so that's going to allow for different angles when mounted on your belt. So let's talk install of the UB Pro on the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, first you want to make sure again that the iPhone is cleaned off completely, and this can be done with a soft cloth and glass cleaner. And I'm just going to wipe, make sure that all the debris are removed on the front and also on the back. Now, the most important thing is that they are removed off of the front because of that built-in display protector. And if you want to be extra sure, I would use something like compressed air or like this battery powered air blower just to blow away all those debris. So now that our iPhone 15 is completely cleaned off, we can install the UB Pro. And this is done by pulling at the tab that you see in the bottom right hand corner. Now, if you don't have fingernails, you may need to use something like a coin, which is recommended in the instructions. But let's get to work. And I will say that this may be a bit challenging to peel apart. You may actually feel like you're going to break something, but it comes apart. And we've got some foam on the inside there. And then we've got the two pieces separated. Now, before you drop your iPhone 15 into the front of the case here, yes, we're going to install the front portion first. We have to remove the protective film that's inside of the front portion, else you're going to be taking this all apart again. And I actually recommend peeling that with the face facing up. That way you don't get any debris that land on it while you're doing this. And then we can drop this onto the front of the iPhone 15. It's going to drop right into place. And then we can install this assembly into the rear portion of the Supcase. Just press nice and hard there. And make sure that everything is sealed. All the edges are sealed. That way nothing gets in between them. And then once you have this whole assembly together, then we can peel off that front protective film. And you're going to see that we have a nice clean install. Again, these cases with these built-in display protectors, based on my experience, they install really well. And you don't have to play with a display protector after you installed your case. This is all done together and it works really well. So let's talk more about the UB Pro for the iPhone 15 Pro. And the first thing I noticed here was that we have this little protective cover here for the USB-C port. That's going to keep dirt out. Now we're going to have some clear cutouts for the speakers. That's also really nice. And also really nice, we have these cutouts at the top of the display protector for the speakers as well. Nice cutout for the camera module too, that front facing camera for selfies or selfie videos. And that's the thing about this case, it features high precision cutouts. So you know everything is going to be lined up very well. Now, if we turn to the side here, we're going to have some nice textured area here because of diagonal lines. You can see that comes from the holster as well, where we had the diagonal lines on the back of the holster. So adds some nice grippy protection. And we also have clean raised buttons here. So the volume rocker is going to be very easy to fill out, as well as the button on top there. And then flip into the back. Again, we have that kickstand, which we can actually pull out now, demonstrate its case use. So again, you can prop the phone up into portrait mode, or you can place it into landscape mode. Works really well. And then we're going to have use of the belt clip holster, and this whole assembly can be installed either with the iPhone 15 Pro facing up. So the display will be facing towards you, so you can actually use the iPhone 15 Pro in the holster. Or if you want to protect the display, we can flip the iPhone 15 Pro around and have the display facing inward. Again, provides protection for that display. So that is it for today's content. As always, thanks for watching, and may the universe flow in your favor. And until next time, Leon checking out. You